Hey, how are we doing, everyone? Welcome back to another video on my wife's wicked Kawasaki Ninja 125. Now, believe it or not, we've actually owned this bike for well over 3 years now. And in all this time we've been producing content around this motorcycle, we've never actually taken it on a top speed run. We've never found out how fast this motorcycle actually can go. So let's jump on and let's find out. As well, I seem to have picked the worst possible day to come out and do this because it's actually quite windy. You might have heard already the wind. And this bike weighs what? I don't know, 150 kilograms, if that. This is a seriously light motorcycle and it doesn't do all that well in the wind. So we'll see how this little bike gets on. And we've got some nice dual carriageways to see how well this motorcycle does at those higher speeds. I'm weighing at the moment about 90 kilograms, so that's what, 13 stone, 180, 190 pounds, something like that. So I'm not the lightest person in the world, and well, we all know that this bike's 0 to 60 isn't that great. From the video that we did a little while ago now, this bike's 0 to 60 was something like 15 seconds. It was, yeah, a bit slow in that regard. So getting up to those speeds is going to take a while, but let's see if the Ninja 125 can hit its rated top speed of 72 mile an hour. Right, let's see. So we're about to hit a dual carriageway now. I don't know if this little section of dual carriageway is going to be enough here to get us up to top speed, but let's give it our best shot. I might have to lean into this one a little bit. Oh no! Why are you so slow? Oh, it's because it's a 50 mile an hour down here. So it's 64 mile an hour, 65. I don't have the room to do any more. Oh. Yeah. So even though these bikes are perfectly capable of doing things like 70, 60, 70 mile an hour, they take an awful long time to get there. Right, let's see if we can do it here. Sorry, bikey, we're going to be pushing you now. Right, that's 50, 55, 60, not too bad so far. 63, 64, 65, this is a fairly flat road as well. 67, 68, 69, I'm going one more gear. 70, 71, 73, oh, I've topped out. That's it, I've hit the limiter. Well, the artificial limiter anyway. I've got a little bit more RPM left to go, but the bike won't let me go any further than 73 miles an hour on the speedo. Damn. I really hope that this bike can get up to like 75, but no, I was bouncing off that artificial limiter that they have on this bike to make sure that it is legal for learners, because learners apparently aren't trusted to go beyond 70 mile an hour on these bikes, which is just stupid. It clearly has a little bit more leg room. Oh, we are going a little bit uphill here. One more gear. Oh no, I'm getting up close to this car now. I'm not going to be able to do it. I don't have the room. Oh, that sucks, man. Well, 73 mile an hour, and then it bounced off the artificial limiter. I still had about 1,000 RPM left to go. So this bike, if you de-restricted this bike, it could almost certainly get up to 75, maybe close to 80 mile an hour on the speedo. Now, there's something to keep in mind here though about this. On the speedo isn't an actual reflection of the speed that you're actually doing. That speed is probably actually 70 mile an hour, alright, because there always is a little bit of discrepancy on the speedo to the speeds you're actually doing. I don't know if that's just industry standard or something like that, but they do it with every single vehicle, even in cars. In my experience, they all have the speed that is shown in the Speedo is actually more like 2 miles an hour slower in actual speed. Tell you what though, actually, despite the wind, it hasn't been too bad actually, considering that, yeah, how strong the wind is today. This bike actually has done pretty well. I've not felt like I'm going to get blown off or something like that, so I'm quite pleased with that. You'll see in a second here how starts on the Ninja 125 and all 125s for that matter aren't that great. But to be fair, getting from 0 to 30, 0 to 40 on bikes like these is surprisingly good. That's 36, 37, that's 40 mile an hour already with a bend. So they're pretty good at getting up to those speeds, even 50 mile an hour. Not bad. Not bad on a motorcycle like this. So you could certainly get speeding tickets on a motorcycle like this if you're not careful. Alright, so keep that in mind. But for those street speeds, this bike is pretty good. For all those city environments, even environments like this, suburban environments, things like that, 40, 50 mile an hour roads, this bike, you'll have no trouble with it whatsoever. I've been pleasantly surprised over the last 3.5 years or so how good this motorcycle really is. I don't treat it any differently to any of my other bikes, the ZR 1400, ZH2, ZX9R. I don't treat it any differently, and this bike, to be fair, is doing all right compared to those bikes. Now this road goes a little bit uphill, so, well, I'll show you what I mean by the uphill performance of bikes like these. Unfortunately, isn't that great. They don't have a lot of torque to begin with, so let's see how she gets on though. All right, here we go. So we're on flat terrain so far. Pretty good up to this point. We're already at 50 mile an hour. But this bit, yeah, she's stuck at 9,000 RPM and we're in 4th gear. Oh, she's getting faster, she's going faster. 56, 57. Oh, she just about made it. This isn't the steepest hill around here. In fact, this is quite a hilly part of the country here in the UK. And there's quite a few rows where Ninja 125 does struggle a little bit. You're going to be limited to 40 mile an hour, maybe even less than that, and you're probably going to be stuck in 3rd gear for some of those steeper hills. But for the most part, yeah, honestly, I've been really impressed with this bike, and the fact that you can do like cross-country tours on a bike like this and have no problem whatsoever. Seriously. You can do that. This Ninja 125 can do touring in a limited capacity, but it is capable of doing it. And even things like filtering is not a big deal whatsoever. Yeah, filtering, getting through traffic, really good, man. It does have a little bit of torque. In the lower gears, it does have a little bit of torque. 1st, 2nd, 3rd. You can feel a little bit of power, which is always nice because you don't really get that feeling that often on bikes like these. But at least you're able to experience that power. You're able to experience the full power of these bikes because, well, 1st, 2nd gear, you're doing less than 40 mile an hour. So it's like, yeah, you can use the entire rev range of this motorcycle, which I suppose is a nice little benefit that you don't get on a lot of bigger bikes, because on a lot of bigger bikes, well, even in 1st gear, you're probably going to be breaking all the speed limits on a lot of motorcycles. So, yeah. But honestly, fantastic little bike this. I absolutely love this Ninja 125, and my wife is really happy with it as well. So, hopefully today's video has given you a bit of insights into the performance of the Kawasaki Ninja 125, real world performance of this motorcycle. If you weigh a similar amount to me, if you're a little bit heavier than me or a little bit lighter, then your performance may vary ever so slightly. But even with me on it, I'm not the lightest guy in the world. It's still capable of getting up to its top speed on a flat piece of dual carriageway, and that is, I think, the most important thing. If it's a slight uphill, then no, the bike isn't going to be able to do it. But other than that, if you've got perfect conditions, then yeah, you can definitely bounce this bike off of its artificial limiter, and it looks like there is a little bit of room to go a little bit further on the Ninja 125, which I didn't know, to be fair. So I've never done this test deliberately. I'm quite happy with that result. So de-restricting these bikes may actually be an option for you out there if you want a little bit of top speed out of these things. But anyway, everyone, thank you for joining me on this little ride on the awesome Kawasaki Ninja 125. As always, leave that like. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. What do your 125s do? How fast can they go in top speed, straight line, 0 to 60, all that? Let me know down in the comment section below. And we will catch you all in the next video. Have a good one.